I don't know if I'm working a lot or just voluntarily filling up my schedule. Either way, I have been very busy. So in this vlog, I'm going to show you some direct-to-camera pieces that I did for a client who is pushing out stuff on social media. And then we also did an overhead setup. Went surfing with my friend, colleague Dalton Smith, and I got to see what it's like to actually be a homeowner in this economy and do what you want with your own land. Then I took a 7-hour drive up to Atlanta to host a meetup and came right back. It was all worth it, so let's get started. My first professional camera was a Sony VX2000, and I used that exclusively for skateboarding. And then when I wanted to try to make money with a camera, I got the Canon 60D DSLR. I thought it was amazing because I didn't have to keep buying mini DV tapes. I could just record infinitely on a 16 gigabyte card. And I was getting my start in real estate, doing photo, video, drone stuff. And I thought there was 2 levels of business. Either you're not working with a camera, or you are working with a camera and you're making a living wage. Now, after 11 years of doing this, I see how many levels there are, journey points, milestones, chapters that you can go through. And I'm really happy to have completed the last one, which is I have all the gear that I need for the niche that I have put myself in, which is corporate interview. Or in this case, I'm doing some social media stuff, but it's the exact same setup. There's a camera on sticks, lav pack, boom, a couple of lights, and that's it. And there's a lot of overlapping niches like documentary work, especially if you're doing seated interviews where it's kind of the same thing as corporate interviews, or it's kind of the same thing as social media directed cameras. So I'm able to have all the gear that I need. I'm not looking for the next best thing to give me a level up because I already know that the level I have right now is satisfying the rates that I have, the market that I'm in, and it's kind of fruitless to keep buying more gear.
Fall Power Challenge is here to help.
So now I'm happy with my income. I'm happy with my rate of savings. I'm looking for what is the next investment that I can do. Is it buying a house? That would be very nice to not share walls with anyone, have my own area. Or is it something business focused? I'm not sure. But this is what the footage from today came out like.
Queens, something powerful is coming. I can't say too much yet, but
I shot this yesterday and they already had it up this morning. I forget how fast these companies move. And to increase the speed, they asked me to record in Rec 709, so I burned in the phantom LUTs. I used 5600 daylight on her and then warm lighting 3200 in the back and on her hair light. As a guy in his mid-30s who just got married, on one side I'm like, wow, it's kind of late to be buying a house. You know, a lot of other people have had theirs for a while, and then on the other hand, I'm saying now is not a good time. Prices are high, interest rates are high. I have the ability to choose when I want to buy a house, and a lot of people don't. They have factors that said we need to get a house now. So I'm wondering, with this freedom of choice, what is the best route to take? Of course, I don't know the future, and I'm just kind of hanging out, looking at a bunch of different options, not sure which way to go. But the part that seems like the most trusting that I can depend on is investing in myself. So I'll get to that in a second. But first, this is the overhead setup I was really happy with. We had the A7S III on the impact boom stand overhead, and I had to make sure to not touch it at all because that thing is not sturdy. It bounces around. But with the monitor and control app, I can hit record straight from the iPad. I can adjust all settings, monitor tools. It was so easy, and all I did to mount it was screw into the half cage that I bought from Small Rig. So that cage is working out to be very, very worthwhile, and I just love that I don't have to run an HDMI cord from the camera to a monitor. Latency isn't an issue because I'm not pulling focus. Autofocus was doing its job here. And food always takes forever to shoot because there's so much prep involved. And the food has a life, like it can just die very quickly. I rushed home, had a consultation call with Jake. Very interesting hearing his setup, his symphony orchestra niche that he is going into. We did a little dissection on his YouTube videos. I gave my thoughts, and I love these types of calls because it's not about what camera should I get. It's, do you have any ideas on my business as a whole? How can I move things around to get in a more efficient workflow to maximize?
These are the kind of conversations that I was hoping to have. I really appreciate the critiques on the blog, insights, just everything.
What you're looking at is a Florida man who owns his own duck pond, his own chicken coop, one of the last remaining few. They're called homeowners, and they can do what they want with their property. And I'm stoked to see it. Dalton has been working so hard for many years, and now he provides eggs for his family. And as someone who's in a 1-1, I like to see this type of freedom, and hopefully it comes soon. Right now, it's not in the cards, but man, is it cool to see your buddy basically be an adult kid and build the things he wants and have some nice breakfast too. Redneck Disney World. So if I'm not investing in gear and I'm not investing in a house, what can I invest in? Well, it's definitely not my health if I'm eating Buc-ee's. What it is me, my enterprise. So last week I went to New York and held a Filmmaker meetup. That was very fun. And this week I took a 7-hour drive and am going to host in Atlanta. So I'm paying for the flights, the food, the gas, all of it in an attempt to kind of grow what I have. Cool area that I would probably not be in. So Sam Gitto helped me with this one. He's my guy in Atlanta, and when we were looking for venues, I said, I just need somewhere where we can all hang out, not designated seating. And he said the Art of Documentary did a meetup here at Brewdog. Open space, nice lounge. Jeez, this place is crowded. So yeah, this is gonna be the venue. People should be showing up now. This investment is a long play. I'm not going to make any money from tonight. In fact, I'll be in the red quite a bit. But what can I do? Well, I can improve my network while simultaneously improving the other people who attended their network. And then they can move on from the chat that I set up where jobs can keep being passed around, crew members can be recommended. It just lives on more than tonight. With the ticket sales, I got a couple of appetizers for everyone. And this place is actually fire. I see why AOD held here. That's my idea, to build up my entity, build up a platform that allows me opportunities. I don't want to be doing day rates when I'm 50. I want to have a business that is creating its own revenue while I'm out surfing, while I'm out traveling, and just watch the bank account grow from a distance. Now here's the problem. As soon as I say this, I visit my buddy's new property. He's got a few acres. He's got a ton of fruit trees, and he's got his own private spring-fed pond. I was cleaning this thing up, swimming around in it. I could feel the coldness in the middle, so I know there's a vent into the aquifer. This is exactly the type of little paradise oasis that any Florida kid wants when they grow up. I didn't know that you could actually find places like this. And right now, it is way out of reach. But this is the goal.